right? And the tussle of ideas doesn't end there. The central bank and the central government are also embroiled in that tussle. The Monetary Policy Committee's decision to maintain status quo and not ease policy rates has not gone down well with the government. So the Chief Economic Adviser Arvind Subramanian has complained that economic conditions warranted a substantial monetary easing, and he's not alone. Shankar Acharya, who heads the committee on the change in the financial year, that he too feels that interest rates should have been lowered, but former RBI Governor Reddy threw his weight behind the MPC.
From an academic point of view, we have to assess the possible. It's one thing to say that, look, we have to spur growth, we have to spur investment, therefore reduce interest rate. Right. That's not necessarily the way analysis has to go. The question is, suppose, for instance, you have to make a judgment whether the banking system or the economic system is, if there are rigidities in the system, then the reduction in the interest rate by itself does not increase in the credit. Nah?
All the indicators that we used to watch when I was in government and also on the advisory committee before it became a formal MPC. I was on that committee for 10 years. I would say, by judging by all those indicators, that we had a very strong case for a reduction in the repo rate in this round.
The discussion on monetary policy has to be a broader discussion. The way a lot of the discussion takes place is as if it's a hydraulic system. That is, if inflation is down, then you must have a rate cut. Inflation goes up, you need to increase inflation. I do believe that monetary policy is a much more complex area. I think the questions that you have to look at present are that there's a huge amount of excess liquidity in the system. We have to ask the question, why is there so much liquidity in the system?
I really believe that the interest rate should have been lowered, because I do believe that investors really decide their investment on the basis of nominal interest rate. And we need at this stage to stimulate investment in the country.
I'm not in the RBI or in government. I don't have access to all the information or numbers that both RBI and government have. As somebody who's looking at it from outside, I think it's a reasonable decision in terms of wanting to see how the monsoon works out. The